Man, this map looks really cool. We've done it before, but we have not done it that frequently. What we have here is an 8-player free-for-all on Journey South. The players start in a long line here in the wintry area, or I guess the north. Oh my god, hold on a second. Kings just got attacked. They started as enemies and Kings just got attacked. Everything's fine, I think. But, yeah, they'll start in this location. And then eventually, of course, the goal of the map, which is just like the name says, is to expand further. And now that's not going to be easy because their starting town centers are here. But that is doable. And there's a line of relics down there. There's plenty of open spaces. And every other time we've seen it, usually players have been able to expand. Now, they're very close together. They started off as enemies. So with this being a Diplo game, they should probably ally each other right away. If someone's king were to go down, due to the fact we're using the Exploding Kings mod, a bunch of people probably get defeated, right? Like, if green's king goes down right now, blue is dead, purple's dead, then purple's explosion from his king would probably kill red. There is a gap between these players. But, yeah, it would just not be a good time. So I think... Yes. Mutually assured destruction due to Exploding Kings means we probably won't see anyone intentionally kill the others right now. And we'll see how things go. Now, let's get the introductions in. We're going to start off with Bergwin here. Bergwin here in the yellow playing as the Grajaras. Is right next to Arbase, who's playing as the Malay. And these two both know each other pretty well. Both worked on the T90 Community Cup. Bergwin did a lot of assistance for Arbase. Arbase was one of the main admins. So they might form an alliance because of that. There might be a little bit of T90 Community Cup bonding. That could be cool. Here in the gray, we've got OG Straggler Tree, another experienced member who's playing as the Byzantines. And he's next to a name that I love, Genghis Khan, who has done well in community games in the past, just like OG Straggler Tree. So those two could be butting heads a little bit. Over here in the red, we've got Jazzercised. Jazzercised, one of... Well, no, Jazzercise is just straight up the only person who's playing in their first community game here. All the others have, I think, multiple games. Jazzercise playing as the Bohemians. He is next to a player who others will call Zalotl. I also refer to this individual as Zalotl. However, every single time he plays, he's got this name. So this is Nefis. Nefel. This is purple. In the green, we have Grim. Grim has been a mod on the channel and a viewer of the channel for a very long time. Hasn't played in a game in a while, though. We'll see how that goes. And then in the blue, we got King Biggie. King Biggie playing as the Spanish. Now, I love this. So in my chat are a bunch of people who are anti-Arbase because they're friends with them. And that's just kind of the thing that friends do, apparently. So we've got a lot of people calling Arbase an egg. And then we also have people who know Zalotl pretty well. And I actually think there could be like some weird Zalotl Arbase drama here in some way. And Arbase is also a mod. When I asked the viewers before this, I said, if there were mods in the game, would you friend them or would you kill them? And a lot of people said kill the mods. So, all right, over here is a river, which players could fish on. But it is actually not a map we play frequently, and that it's pretty far away and it's not explored, so players might not necessarily know about that. And, okay, purple, already making things interesting. Says, I hereby announce Zalotl's Mercenary service. Price is coming soon. Ooh! Little mercenary service. Is that like a pay to snipe Vil, pay to snipe King situation? The Grim is asking if it is next day delivery. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited to see this one because, like, again, 7 out of the 8 have played community games before. And look at Gray. Gray's actually making a run for it right now. And Gray's going to try and get as far away with this king as possible. May just end up building a lumber camp or a mining camp with these Vils, and then eventually building a TC down here. So. Someone said... So someone said, kill the mods, seize the means of production, rise up, we are legion. And then one of my mods Timed him out. I don't know if they were doing it as a joke or if they thought they went too far. It's okay. I think they were just kidding, mods. All right, don't get all butt hurt. All right, so what's happening here? Our base is straggler tree, just to you. Want to team up? Gray says, sure. Green killed my deer while I tried to push. He dies. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't know so much happened already. He's really upset. He doesn't even add any fluff to the sentence. He just says he dies. And our base says host should die. But now straggler tree says I meant teal, not green. Yeah, so that would make more sense because teal's nearby. And our base says also fine. Okay, so OG straggler tree doesn't want to kill green, but then green was our host, so then our base wants to kill green. What's kind of funny is our base and Grim are the only mods, and our base didn't really hesitate killing Grim. Now, we could have some inner mod drama, guys, because Grim is an old mod, our base is a new mod, and you know, all the new blood, they don't necessarily respect the old blood and the old mod squad, you know? So the next time we have a mod meetup, I think they need to fight to the death. Just straight up, you know, hand them both a... You know that scene in, the Dark Knight, I think it is? Where Joker, hands them both a pool stick, and they're just like, winner gets to join me. We'll just reenact that whole thing. I think it'll be great. It'll be a great time. Also, I love how Gray got down here and was like, I need my king to be safe, and now the king is just stuck between the gold miners. Who gets the pencil? We'll see. We'll see who gets the pencil. God, those movies are so good, man. All right, so here's my take so far. A certain group of players have been very chatty. Gray apparently wants to deal with teal. Since his king is far away, he may choose to be aggressive in Castle Age. Who knows? Our base is definitely going to team with Gray. Our base is also going to be friendly with Bergwin. They've been very chatty to one another. Again, I've worked together in TCC. Bergwin's made some cool stats and whatnot, and generally had a good time. These four over here, there hasn't been a lot of chatting. Now, Purple did say there's going to be a mercenary service at some point. So, apparently, we might have, like, some bounties offered up at some point. Like, pay me 1,000 gold, and I'll kill somebody type of a deal. But I'm not really certain on how things are going to flow here. Grim used to be really solid in the past in community games. One of the best players in the later stages. He is on stone right now, and he may feel like he has a target on his back being one of the mods here. So, it wouldn't completely shock me to see a castle next to his TC, but if you do that, like, when you start to attack that person, if their king dies next to you, you die as well. Grim is fled. And we also have a little, not evacuation, I guess, but like a little, yeah, we'll say an evacuation from blue just to have some villagers down here. Our base also on the move. Purple's going to be the first in Castle Age, so he should be in a pretty strong spot. And villagers are already on the move right now. What do you guys think is a worthy price to kill a king? Right? You are requesting an amount to kill someone's king in an exploding king's game. You might paint yourself as the enemy. 1 egg. Well, I don't think our base is worth it. So I don't think that price is accurate. 5k gold sounds fair. Yeah, 5k gold is worth it in my opinion. 5,000 golds is super worth it. I was thinking more around like 2.5 maybe. But maybe that's too little. I don't know. I guess it would depend on who you're being asked to kill. Like if you're being asked to kill a weaker player, then maybe you could take a cheaper price. Double of the invested resources is kind of interesting, but there's no contracts here. And I don't know how you're really going to keep track of that. But yeah, if this was like a business deal and not an Age of Empires game, maybe that's what you could do. It's like you pay me $2,000 and then you also pay for the cost of the troops. And then in fine print, it says you also pay for the cost of the upgrades and for the therapy that the units that survive the attack need. That could be expensive. Depends where we're at, I suppose. Depends on the level of healthcare in the area, but Blue, the second person to leave with the king. Gotta love how King Biggie, big on the whole king protection situation. Using the king there to guard, or the scout there to guard the king. But we're starting to see people make that journey south, which is the point of the map. The blue should know that green is over here too. God, it's really risky to have your king out here right now. But everyone is allied if you didn't already pick up on that. And what else? What's the chatter here? Our base says you need to start moving south, Bergwin. More res there. Bergwin says, thank you, will do. Our base says, hint is in the name. Gray, what's the plan with teal? That's a big deal here. Because Straggler Tree just said, he dies. Which is honestly kind of... Anyone else kind of impressed with how badass that was? Like, I would find some intricate way to say, I believe that means you can't be trusted. You know, like, just try and make it more interesting. But he dies. It's just pretty brutal. I respect it. 3 TCs down here for Grim. Remember, he was pretty heavily on stone for a potential castle, but I don't know if that castle will go here. He's on the move. Would have been pretty crazy if someone opened fast castle cav archers and just patrolled cav archers here. Can you imagine? Like, every king has wall. Okay, there's a crossing here too. But still, I mean, to get down here with your king, you are exposed. Oh, a demo would have been pretty cool too. How many demo rafts do you need to kill a king though? Do you need 2? I think 1 regular demo kills a king. I'm not sure about demo rafts. Well, here goes another king evacuating. If I were these players, I'd be starting to snag these relics. There's like 12 of them in this long line here. But also, I like this from yellow and anyone else who chooses to do it. There's still valuable resources up here. You still could be expanding there. You don't necessarily have to go too far. I think the longer you wait, though, to build TCs here, the harder it is to build up an economy because everyone else will take the space. The player who is the most eco right now is our base. A lot of that's due to the fish, but the TCs have come up pretty quick. Behind him, then, is Nephith. Why can I not... How am I even supposed to say this freaking name, dude? Nephthys. AKA Zalata, which I'd like to point out I could just change. Actually, can I? Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, but I could request that I'm able to change the name in here and I could just make it Zalata. Blue and green talking. Grim, just to you, it seems we're close. Friends? Grim says, hi, yeah, sure. I don't see any reason to start messing ourselves over. That's fair. These two are going to be pals then. No real reason to butt heads. And OG Straggler Tree says, is West left? Arbe says yes. And Gray says, thank you. I was homeschooled. Okay. All right. I don't know how many people watching are homeschooled. If they feel offended by that. Or if they're like, yeah, that tracks. Grim says, our base only to you. We should unite to prevent the mob from getting back at us. So I believe this is because these two are the only mods in this game. And our base says, Grim, I know. I'm good with Bear right now. Now remember, our base wasn't exactly concerned when he thought someone said it was going to kill Grim. And look at this, guys. 3 kings on the move. I mean, this is king sniping central. I think we should worry about the middle first. Teal, red, and purple. And Grim says, I'm friends with player 1. This is an honest attempt from Grim to form an alliance over a long distance, which is rather tricky. Our base receives that information. Grim says, let's build up proper and then squish mid. So, yeah, again, I think our base is going to be buddies with Bergwin for a long time here. I don't think he has any interest in breaking that alliance. Gray is going to be an interesting case because our base probably respects his strength. Especially being Byzantines. Byzantines are actually really good against Malay. So I don't think that our base can go against Byzantines. Not easily. AoE was really popular in the homeschool community, so probably a fair number of viewers. I guess it depends on the homeschool community. I knew some people that were homeschooled. They had horrible taste in video games, so... Blue only to you. We're good with orange. Don't bother him. He will fight with us. Okay, so Grim, straight up trusting our base with everything here and passing that information along to blue. So they're all going to be fighting for the relics right now. Playboat, what's up? Thanks for the 8 months. Welcome in. Someone also asking about if I'm going to stream on YouTube. Regicide Rumble 5, which is the 21st and to 25th of August, so like 2 weeks. That will also be streamed on YouTube, yes. But for regular streams, I am a little uncertain on streaming all the time on YouTube. Teal speaks for the first time in a while and like screams at Green, which is funny. He goes, "Friend Green!" with all caps. Apologizes for the caps, says friend. And Grim is in. No. And Teal says, I have no other allies right now. So I think probably Blue's going to be part of the squad here. It just makes sense. Players just focused on their booms right now. So purple as 100 eco. Really nice build up right now. Is only able to snag 1 relic though. Our base ends up getting 4 relics into that monastery. Gray ends up getting 3 relics into that monastery. Green says, I'm friendly with neighbors. I think it'd be good for them to have blue teamed up with them. Then they'd have 3, though. And then there would be 5 elsewhere. But I think blue is going to say yes to this eventually. King Biggie just booming, as I said. There's auto farm. From our base, he spam clicks that TC. Farms get placed perfectly. You love to see it. Wonder how much our base is going to play on water here with the Malay. Could be really strong to have some Navy presence. So our base, this gets interesting. He says, I'm going to go teal first. So our base says he's going to attack teal. Grim just said he'd be friends with teal. We'll see what happens here. Gray starting to wall up here. He just doesn't want that king to be sniped. Grim says, Teal might think I'm his friend. He's all yours. Whoa! So quick to turn on Teal, who you just reached out to, huh? Okay. Blue accepts the alliance from Teal. They might need each other. Blue says, that sounds amazing. The world could learn from us because they're friends. And Teal says, we must succeed to show the world a new way. Well, listen, Teal, you don't know this yet. But there is someone next to you who is going to do exactly what the world is currently used to. Just kicking you when you're down to take your land. Grim does not seem to care. He's in front of the cameras. He's your buddy, though. Okay, someone tell me what logic there is for Grim to team with our base who's on the other side of the map. I think a lot of it just comes down to the fact they know each other well and they're mods, right? But I don't know if they're going to be able to work together from so far away. Oh, hold on a second. Remember the mercenary service? It looks like the servers are booting up. Zolotto's mercenaries soon coming online. Okay, so I actually forgot about that. And I'm guessing purple is going to start to to receive some offers here, perhaps. Ooh, oh, hold on. Grim is interested. He says, already had any hires? Purple says no. And now Teal is reaching out and says, how much? They're asking for the price. This is why we discussed it. You got to have a really nice pricing system. Maybe you could have like a breakdown. You could be like, well, if you want the king killed, swiftly, with no pain, there's this price. If you'd like a little bit of like sadistic torture of the king first, and maybe you get squeeze some information out of him, there's another price. Grim says, I'm not looking for hires, but I'm willing to cooperate. Well, then why the crap did you reach out, Grim? You cooperate by paying money to get a king killed, but you probably... That's Grim just being nice. And Purple says, all will be revealed soon. Okay, so Purple's got a plan. I'm very curious on this. There's a lot of fortifications. But look at how these guys... Ooh, hold on a second. Uh-oh. Oh, great. It's his first... Yes! Yes! Red, you are an observant cookie. This is Red's first community game. There's a bunch of experienced players in this one, and Gray was going to wall him in here. And Red just ejected this. So the king isn't walled in. If those walls went down, Gray would have definitely turned and sniped that king. That's a big deal. Okay, here we go. My services are as follows. 5,000 gold, and I fight for you for 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes with no king guarantees? I really want to see two people pay 5,000 for his allegiance, and then he gets stuck not knowing who to fight. Is there insurance involved? Or do you have to pay an extra fee for that? Purple says, I will not king unalive myself for you. So I will not kill my own king or, suicide for you. That's the PG way of saying it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if resources are shared, but we should go to military now to see what the count looks like. That's a lot of elephants. 420 HP on these Vietnamese elephants. And all you've got to do is spend $5,000. And for 10 minutes, they will fight for you. 10 minutes is a pretty long time for a post-imp battle. But here's my thing. Okay, let's create a scenario in our brains where Purple is paid $10,000 to fight Red. And then Red is defending, and Red is holding. Hold on. We actually have Red turn on Gray. Red is not happy about Gray's little walls here. But, what if the player defends for 10 minutes, and then Purple's just like, okay, time's up. I'm friends with you now. People are not just going to be allies with you after you attack them. Gray says, Red, why? And Red says, is it still funny, Straggler Tree? So, he was unimpressed with Gray's little walling shenanigans. And Gray says, kinda. And Red says, I get it. I mean, respect. Respect to both sides. Oh, and now Straggler Tree. He says, okay, we kill Red. I love it, dude. At, the most mild of inconvenience, he just immediately wants to kill somebody. Remember, he wanted to kill Teal because of a deer. Red allies back. I mean, Red probably should have called him out for the walls, but not enemied him. Actually attacking someone and spilling blood is grounds for later, there being some action later. Okay. Grim says, Teal, only you. No one has taken up the deal, by the way. Only one person has 5k. 2 people have 5k gold, though. How is your relationship with Purple? He looks scary over there. Gray says to Purple, I trust you. Our base wants to go elephants. I just realized they have so many elephants here. Gurjara can make elephant archers, which are actually underrated. Malay can make cheap battle elephants, which is also really strong. There's also the Vietnamese elephants, too. By the way, king locations. Bergwin left his king here. That is extremely vulnerable. Could end up working out, of course, but it seems risky. Well, Teal says, my relationship with Purple is sub-ideal because he is a 5,000 gold disaster. Do we hire? I want to see someone hire for the content. I want to know if Purple's true to his word. Like, if you tell Purple to attack the worst option or the most difficult player, would he do it? Like, I think Purple against, like, Gray right now would be really interesting. Or Purple against Orange. Yeah, maybe there's just not any reviews for this mercenary service yet, and so people are hesitant to pay the fee. But I think once a couple more reviews are listed for the service, people will take them up on it. We got 7 players who played in games many times over the years, and you're telling me not one of them is going to pay this price for the people? Again, 2 players have 5,000 gold. One of them is the person who is the mercenary service. Lots of chilling. The silence before the storm. I like the trade on water. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you want to trade with Malay, though. I feel like the Malay player will be very comfortable to just turn on you later on. Red first community game says, Straggler, delete a couple walls for me, or I gotta enemy you again 1 second. Red's first community game. And Zelato says, sheesh, Straggler and Jazz having a having a domestic. I love how in a community game telling someone to delete a wall is like a big deal. Oh, poor Red. First community game, OG Straggler Tree's got a target on his back, and his king, guys, is wedged into the wagons. Red says, love is hard, and Straggler Tree says, so am I. Oh, I want these two to be together, honestly. It's all right. It just means he's hard-headed. He's stubborn. That's all that means. So our base with the worst prediction in the world says Straggler is 100% with Red. No, that's not the case. Again, there is a king here. He's in the army, and I'm worried for Red. No one has paid the mercenary fee. We are closing in on 50 minutes. Everyone just wants to be prepared for when this all goes down. And the stockpiles are insane for everyone except for Bergwin and our base right now. But I think our base, is he buying stone like a... Hold on a second. I sense that he's buying stone like a tryhard. Buying stone. Buying stone. Yep, that's where his gold's going. And so is... Actually, Purple's doing the same. Look at them spend all this money to buy stone for fortification. So, really smart thing to do. And when you trade is like unlimited gold, and unless the trade starts to be attacked. Our base asking Bergwin to attack. King Biggie is very much on Team Teal, Team Green, but they need to coordinate here. Yeah, I don't know, Lingard, if anyone has the market upgrade. I don't know how I would check that either. But OG Straggler Tree says, so I pay you, and you kill who I want. Purple says, my services are still unbought. And then says to Gray, I fight for you. Now remember, it was 10 minutes, right? It's not kill. It's just 10 minutes. I think it's worth it. At this point, with 10k gold, it's absolutely worth it. He says, okay, kill Teal. Now, if they send resources, they should pass the money along. Hold on. And now Teal goes to Purple and says, I will hire. And now Gray's like, will you tell people I paid? Oh, so we got 2 people looking for services. I would love this if Teal says kill Gray. They don't know the others are having this conversation. He says, you happy for any target? Yes, 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 please. For the benefit of all, I will tell everyone if I have been paid. Ooh, new information. But do you tell who has paid you for who? He says, I may or may not say who by. Okay, but also that doesn't mean you say the target. Oh, Genghis Khan says extra 1K for silence. Extra 2K if you lie and say someone else. Yo, let's go! This is sick. This is sick. Come on, Purple. He says extra 10K to lie about someone else? What type of scam are you running here? You don't have the business to justify these prices? We don't even know if you can fight yet. We don't even know if you know how to kill. That's insane. You don't have a single review. Okay, how much money does he have? I kind of want him to pay it. He doesn't have it. Also doesn't have trade. Man. Okay, they're going to turn on Red right now. Now, Red, it's been your first community game. Obviously, some experienced players, but you never really... The only chat I ever saw from Red was telling Gray to back off, basically. Oh, Red just sent... No! Pause! Red sent 5,000 gold, but the tax man came to the door and took 1,000 gold of it. So does that mean... Well, no, I think 5K still went to Purple, right? And then he just paid 1,000 extra. You got to research the text so you don't send... You got to research banking so there's no tax. Okay, and now Purple says, whomst would you like me to attack? And he says to everyone, yellow. Because yellow's starting to turn on him. And Purple says, my services have been bought. And we'll see what else he says. Teal is asking for a payment plan. He's asking if there's any payment plan offers. So maybe, like, you know, you pay a little bit each month. Maybe there's some financing. Maybe there's a mercenary credit card that you can sign up for as some type of deal. But Purple now defends Red. For 10 minutes. This is at 54 minutes, so this should go to an hour 4. Red's king has been garrisoned, by the way. Yellow, I don't think, can do it on his own against Vietnamese elephants, Hussite wagons, and Hoofnitsa. And Red says chance to walk away. Honestly, I respect Red a lot for how he's managed this. Teal is still unsure on this, by the way. He says, I will announce at some point when I can be rebought. Okay, so I guess this means that Purple will only fight for one person at a time. Which is also interesting. Red is not turned on orange yet. Red does not realize this. Purple will only fight against yellow, I imagine. Right now, Red needs to realize that orange is also fighting. Because a lot of units are getting killed off very easily. I don't think Red's noticing this. It's not getting any better, and now he realizes. Okay, so he's fine. I think the Hussite wagons he has will eventually kill these. They're not actually doing great against the elephants, though. So Teal goes to Red. Now, Red's, like, currently in, like, the toughest fight of his life. And really stressed, but he's asking for treason so he can find out where Purple's king is. So Genghis Khan wants to kill the mercenary. And Yellow right now being attacked by Purple. Dude, this is one heck of a way to get people to pay your fees. If you kill a king within that 10-minute span, it would be sick. Beargwin completely forgot that his king was over here. And now he's running. And the king is on the move out of that castle and will likely survive. Still, though, I mean, really bad for Yellow. There's a lot of eco over here. Pretty good for Yellow, though, that he still has made some grounds here. And Red still might not survive. Red heard that Hoofnitsa were good and just said yes. And he's making tons of them right now. King for yellow in this TC should be fine. Gray now looping in to attack red. Remember, these two they were bickering before, and now Gray turns on red as well and will kill all those who needs it. Red is in big trouble. Red is in big trouble. He just researched treason so he could pass along king locations, because that was the request of teal. The king for red now on the move, running away. Our base already saying beware of king explosion. So they're concerned that red, because red's about to die, could send his king towards them, but he's not. Red has his king going into purple's base, which is kind of crazy. That's the last place that the mercenary will want that king. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot happening. It's very hard to pick up on exactly how this is going to go. Still think that yellow has taken big losses here. But the support of gray and the support of orange was enough for them to really damage red. Don't know. I mean, everywhere I look, there's just army right now. I don't know where to look, but gray saying we need to kill teal. I think teal's going to be the next one to pay. Oh my god. What the crap is this? Bro, this is what Grim meant. Okay, so Genghis Khan is building mule carts. It's an economic building. There's no population. And he's going to have 200 mules here. Can you use this, like, strategically? I am worried the game is going to crash. Hold on. Pause. There's a lot happening. I need to follow this. Gray just sent 5k resources to purple. Says, kill teal, please. Purple says, I am still bought. I will refund you. No way he's actually going to refund 5,000 gold. No way, dude. He sent it back. God, man, the tax man is making so much money. Why won't you guys research banking? If there's one thing you learn here, research coinage and research banking. Government's not going to spend your money effectively. I think we all know that. They're going to spend it on... This is your government right here. This is your government. They're spending all your freaking money on mule carts, and we already have enough mule carts. What is this? What is this crap? Anyways, red probably hates life right now. Hasn't really asked anybody for love. Like, I don't know what he even suggests for red. Red's just in a bad spot. Gray turns on teal. I mean, just to stop the whole mule cart situation. These things do cost resources too, by the way, so it's not like they're free. Teal says gray attacks me. And then, of course, he's expecting support from blue. And he's expecting support from green. And I expect that to come. Okay, so purple now says, my services are now available again. And OG Straggler Tree sends 5k immediately. Red says, I ain't dead. So red, I guess, feels like he's still got a chance here. I am no longer a servant of red, announces purple. And then he says egg base. That he's speaking about our base. But I don't know why he's speaking about our base. Okay. Gray says, I sent kill teal. So it seems like you really gotta... You can only have one person hiring him at a time. You really gotta get in fast. And now purple says, my services have been bought. Our base is saying they need to kill teal because the game will crash. Yes, the 124 mule carts are a problem. And now Grim says, come on, I wanted to buy you. Dude, I mean, if you just had a second person to help out with this business, you could be making some real bank if you're purple. Maybe red could join. I don't know. Red's currently just pretty much a secretary. They're all looking for Red's king at the moment. And true to the terms and conditions on the agreement, purple now for 10 minutes will attack teal. Which is a real problem for teal. But teal's going to bring home Manaspa. I mean, if you're going to have a unit that can deal with this, Manaspa would be it. Also, like, Manaspa Heavy Scorpion should be pretty good against elephants. Green says, do we turn on purple? He says it's too purple. He said that by mistake. Purple noticed that and says, no, Grim, you don't. calls him out. The mule carts are coming as a distraction. This is so obnoxious. I think if green actually attacks purple here and defends teal, they will be fine. Grim says, I am willing to negotiate a price in order for you to let my allies live. Everyone's got a price. Red now here. I think red wants to survive. Red, though, running into green and blue's base. They can't kill it here. They can't kill it. Our base warning Grim. Remember, they might be friends later. Says, Red King in your base. Watch out. Lots of communication now. And then Red declares war on purple. These mule carts are ridiculous. Gray now turns on Grim. Grim's king now running. I think Grim may actually consider killing this king. But he wants to move his king away first. And now red allies purple again. Honestly, like, Gray's going to want a refund for this. Because very little progress has been made here. The mule carts are actually working. I love this from Grim. He says, red only to you. What are you doing? He's really paranoid about that king. He signals it. God, so much has happened here. By the way, what we missed is that teal lost all of this eco. What's teal's current eco count? 50. So this has definitely crippled teal. Red researches treason. Red running away again. Trying to think who red would hate the most. It would probably be gray. But I don't see him easily getting over to gray. Also, red now declares war on everyone. I guess our base is actually his friend right now. But now our base isn't because he turned on him. And there goes the king. There goes the king. There goes the king. There goes the king. Jazzer's side. Jazzer's side running. Grim's asking them to not kill it. The king is got crappy cardio. And the king is actually somehow still alive. What is happening? I think red is confused. Also, we are very close to the cutoff of the mercenary services. So soon purple will no longer attack teal anymore. Where will red go with that king? Red has not talked to anyone. Red just seems alone and scared. Okay. Now they might be okay killing this thing because it's far away from their main bases. Teal trying to make a play against purple's buildings here. Our base is there to support. Guys, I feel really bad for teal. Blue and green didn't help him at all. Like, they've got camels and conchs, and they haven't fought off purple or orange at all. Like, it's literally just been teal against, like, 2 or 3 people, all on his own. Love how he's got an extra mule cart inside of this castle by accident, as if he needs more mule carts. But they seem kind of scared. Like, Grim did offer. He did say, like, can I pay you to no longer attack teal? But he didn't actually fight. Red's king is now coming back. Grim turns on him. And, I mean, red is just... He's gonna die eventually, it seems like. And he wants to take someone out with him. Don't tell it. Blue! No, 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 no! Blue is still allied with him! No! Okay, wait. Grim, don't kill it. It's too close to your team now. Grim, do not kill this. He allies him. Yeah, he knows now that he can't kill it because it would damage him and red way too much. I think we're at like 90-second countdown until the mercenary services are finished. And purple, he says, please remember, I am only a humble servant. My services can now be rebought. Okay. But doesn't that mean he should... Yeah, like teal says stop now. Dude, if your services can be rebought, you shouldn't be doing this. Also... Teal says, I have a bomb by your base. Red is in the mercenary services base. He says, hey, Neff. And the mercenary who played a big role in how this game has gone, is too worried about his business, and he says he has allied. Now, I think Gray tries to say run here, but he says ruin, and that is very accurate to what is about to happen to Purple's day, because his day is about to be ruined. He didn't notice this. Red finally decided where he wanted to die, and there will be no more services available. Business is gone. Purple's king went down right on the end here. There will be another explosion. What a fun game, though. Like, it was super fun from Zolotl to incorporate the mercenary services here. It definitely made things interesting. Teal's probably not too pleased about how it went because Teal wanted to buy services. He wanted a payment plan. That just never happened. Remember that Grim and Arbase wanted this long-term alliance. Yes. They're still talking to each other. Teal's probably going to die soon. Teal's king is just here. I don't know if Teal knows where the king is. Others have researched treason. I mean, if they turn on him, they can kill him with the towers. But I guess some of these are Purple's towers. Grim says we should try to get him to explode Gray. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a good move. Yeah, Grim and Arbase would be better suited if Gray is gone. But I think Teal doesn't know where his king is. Teal is, he just lost everything, right? Like all of his eco was just destroyed. It's going to be very tough to come back from this. Also just random mule carts. Why are there even mule carts here? And the king just died. Sorry, I just looked away like an absolute idiot, but we're going to act like that didn't happen. There we go. Arbase wanted to kill it. This is against Grim's wishes, by the way. This is not what Grim wanted. And down goes the king. So now Teal's out of the game as well. So 5 players remaining. Grim, though, only has one ally close by, and that would be King Biggie. And explosion will happen over here. Oh, God. Grim says, where's the king? Where's the king, he says. Where's the king? And now he realizes the king is there. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Oh. That's so funny. Oh, that hurts, dude. Camels aren't cheap. And Teal says, that's where I left him. Well, can we please, chat, can we please salute? It's a follower emote too now, for those that don't know, so everyone should be able to salute. I really like the players who have lost so far in this game played it. Red, he didn't exactly get support from Purple. Purple was kind of making things messy. If anything, he was the reason things were worse for him because... Actually, no, Purple kind of helped Red, actually. I'm not sure how I feel. Anyways, Red was having a tough time. He did the only thing he could. I also felt like the same for the other 2 players. They did their best considering the circumstances. Arbase asking about how strong the alliance Grim has with Blue is. And Grim says Blue is new and nice. And something else. But the chat filter continues to be a plague on our existence. Okay. Hold on. So what Grim tried to say was he should die last. So he's just typing that back out. And he's saying that about Blue. Okay. Got it. Now, right before that, Grim also said, Gray, only you, dunno. And I don't know why he would say dunno like that. Okay. We'll see how things go right now. Eco count, really good for Blue. I wanted to look at stockpiles, actually. Blue's got the most gold. 9K. Now, OG Straggler Tree and Arbase have trade on water. Also some trade on land. I mean, they're positioned. I also think Gray is going to, I think Gray is going to onager cut to the corner eventually and put the king there. Like, that's really strong. And he's Byzantines. He actually could kill Arbase so easily. He could kill Arbase and yellow very easily, I think. But doing that now would be a mistake. Oh, wait. Straggler Tree is asking for information. He's offering to send 1,000 gold for information on our base. And Grimmin then immediately says, note, Gray is looking for you. Let's kill Gray then. And then I think Beargwin is going to potentially go along with our base's idea here. Blue is like so out of the loop, it's not even funny. He says, Grim, can you update me on what is expected of me? I'm clueless on what's going on, besides being a huge wall protecting you, of course. I mean, it's tough for Grim to also inform him on what's happening here, so. Can they kill Gray? Gray's Byzantines. Gray's got 10 ranges ready to produce. Barracks, stables, castles. I think they're all going to go in against Straggler Tree here, guys. By the way, Jazzercised, are you in chat? Tell us how you feel about this development. Just give us your thoughts on everyone going to kill Gray at the moment. The Straggler Tree was not expecting Green. Remember, he was expecting to get that information from Green. He has not turned. He now turns. He realizes multiple people are after him. And Jazzercise says, I do not feel like I got my money's worth from purple. Ooh. Is that why you killed him? Got it. All right. Well, I mean, hey, it's going to affect the reviews. You should leave a review. Okay. Everyone turns on Gray. Gray no longer has a single friend. And we have to see if he can fight his way out of this now. The fact that he's Byzantines is fantastic. The fact that there's 4 people with large military numbers against him is not so fantastic. The nice thing is that blue and green are pretty far away, and they're not currently engaging, so there is that. Teutonic guy. Thanks for the 5 gifted, dude. Enjoying the hype, I hope. Again, blue and green are not here yet, so it is pretty much just our base and Beargwin. Blue doesn't seem in a big rush. Green's camels died right away, and the production's coming from long distance away. You can't forget about these areas of eco. Gray had some eco over here, but not a lot of it. And Gray, who's kind of holding, says, think about this, guys, not smart. We're trying to convince them otherwise. And Gray's also offering resources. Now, I think the biggest thing here is that Gray will have lost every trade cart. Trade cart and trade cogs will have been sniped. Our base is still trading on water. Blue is still trading on water. And Grim says, I'm always open for bribes. Heart. And Gray says, Green, they will fight you after I die. Clear enemy. Yeah, so Gray's basically like, listen, don't work with them. They're obviously going to kill you later. And Grim says, keep me out of public chat, please. You know, I thought Grim was going to go like full Will Smith and be like, keep my wife's name out of your freaking mouth, you know. But there's no like, you know, there's no wives here. But I was really hoping he was going to say, keep my name out of your mouth. Gray apologizes. He says, help me. And then Arbe says, if you take Gray as ally, he kills you anyways. Yeah, that's true. Listen, let's be real here. If OG Straggler Tree, Arbase, and Beargwin were a team, it's 3v2 versus Grim and Blue, and that's very bad for them there. Also, I think Byzantines are more dangerous than any other Civ, and maybe OG Straggler Tree is more dangerous than Arbase and Beargwin. So I think this is a good move from Green and Blue. I do not think this is bad for them at all. I think they should be killing him, and he's going to try and convince them otherwise because he knows he's outnumbered. Why is everyone in chat saying kill Arbase? Do you guys just want Arbase to lose, or did I miss something? Remember, Grim and Arbase are mods here on the channel. They've been talking across the pond, across the land, about working together this whole time. Okay, just not a very pro Arbase community here. Got it. So Bergwijn is very much subservient to our base and will go along with anything that he says. They're a team. Blue is also the same with Grim. Gray is someone who has a real backbone and can kind of dictate the game the gameplay himself, but he needs a team. What is this? Our base says yellow's 900 elo. Grim says this is blue's first game. Both are a shame. I think he's saying, like, we shouldn't kill them. We put our kings together somewhere as a pact, then we kill both of them, says Grim. Grim says, the point is, if we kill yellow, you die. If we kill blue, I die. True. That's true. Gray is going to try somebody else now. Gray is going to reach out to blue and ask for help. It might work. That's what he needs. Gray needs to convince blue, or he needs to convince yellow. Those are his only options. Here's my feeling on blue. He might honestly just get kind of bored. Like, there hasn't been a lot of struggle for him in life, which is great, but, like, he might just want to shake things up a little bit. He says, Grim has been nothing but nice to me, so no sorry. And watch Gray try and spin a story about how Grim isn't nice. He says, no, kill orange and yellow. Yeah, but if he kills orange and yellow, then Grim... That's not what Grim wants. That ruins the alliance, so that wouldn't work, probably. How's Gray's population? 113 military, but that means the eco is bad, and the eco is bad at 59. But he's Byzantines, and he might not die. Now, guys, this is somewhat rare these days, but when a player who's being teamed up on can show a certain level of resistance for long enough, eventually, either out of boredom or just purely out of frustration, players will change their approach. And oftentimes what that means is teams will branch apart. Someone like our base may say, okay, I'm going to kill yellow, just get him out of the picture. Someone like blue might be like, you know what, green's king is looking awfully tasty. If Gray can hold on for long enough and they can't kill him, things might change. Okay, Grim might be that individual. He says, blue, there is a problem. Orange wants you dead next. Which our base didn't really say. Like, our base was... He suggested it, but... Blue says, how about instead we kill him? And Gray... with the baller move of, we can stop any time, guys. Whenever you're finished. Blue says, I'm with you. I'm happy to play after 4 years of subscribing. I'm not greedy for a win. And Gray is bragging about the resources he has right now. He says he has 20k plus resources. Let's see if that's true. Nope, that is a lie. That is a lie. But I appreciate the lie. You gotta act as though you're strong here, and as this act like this is a waste of time for them. And Blue says, you won't do it solo, so let's do this together. I like it from Blue. You know what's going to have to happen here, guys? The mods are going to have to break apart. Our base and Grim. They bonded through modship of my channel and trying to manage all the craziness that is my chat. Sorry, chat. I act like you're not here right now. They work hard for this community, and people don't always appreciate that, and so they felt like they should work together for that reason. I think they're going to have to break apart here, or they are going to have to kill their allies that they've had for this whole game. That's a lot of bombard cannons. Holy. Yikes. A lot of bombard cannons, and he missed every volley there. But yeah, Gray is done. So who is Gray going to be pissed at the most? Is he going to be pissed at green and blue who are on the other side of the map? Or is he going to be pissed at our base and Bergwijn who turned on him when they had a good thing going? There goes Gray. Gray is dead. The king is dead. They need to double check here. on their own kings. This could be really close. Yellow notices it. He killed it. He's running away. But our base, he's got quite the fortification set up here. His king is probably just out of range, though. He'll lose a lot of his base. This will scare him, I'm sure, but he will still be alive. Yep. King's still alive for our base. Salutes in chat for Gray. Gray played a good game. Gray was one of the players who paid for the mercenary services, which made this interesting. Gray apparently has work in 30 minutes, so he says it's fine. I am curious, though. Would he have died? Like, would he have been to work late? Like, what would have happened if he wasn't turned on? I don't know. I thought he played a good game, though. King Biggie is building the Great Stable Wall. And so far, there isn't a gap in this wall either. This is pretty sick. All right. Big stable wall there. But now what happens? Now what happens? It looks like these guys are going to have to fight each other now. I'm sure his boss would understand why he was late. Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'm sure they would. Let's check stockpiles. There's the resources. Green has tons of food. Blue and our base have tons of food. Yellow's the one struggling. Yellow is not going to be as supportive an ally for our base as our base is going to need here. Our base really trying to convince Grim to kill Blue because of their early agreement. He says, I think it would be fun if I go blue, you snipe yellow. Oh, they're going to... Well, See, Grim wouldn't feel bad about that necessarily. Like, if Grim goes to kill yellow and gets it, that's our base's friend, not his. And now our base is saying 2v2 to yellow, but he's kind of setting yellow up for failure here. OG Straggler, she says, did I have a chance? From here, I don't think so. Like, you had no chance because they were never going to... It was already set what in their minds what they were going to do. You tried to sway them. I think you were just stuck here. You know what the biggest issue was for Gray? In my opinion, is the amount of times he said he dies, right? I think that was the issue. Because, I mean, it's not... I'm grasping at straws here. But honestly... You weren't shown as someone who would, roll with somebody through the hard times. T90, will you cast Red Bull tournament? Absolutely. Absolutely, I will be there. Let's go or let's settle. This is Yellow saying this to Gray, who is dead. Where is your market? This is Yellow saying this to Gray, who is dead. So our base is speaking to Yellow. Yellow is not responding. The stable wall is almost complete, and he's going to end it with a dock block. Yeah, dude, how many stables is this? Well, some of them are in his base, but he's got 55 stables. What in the world? Now, Green's on the way to find Yellow. I think he was told by our base where the king is. So, but our base's plan... oh, my God. Our base's plan... because they would feel guilty killing their teammates, is for our base to kill blue and for Grim to kill yellow. And then it's just, Grim and our base remaining. But it is so much easier for Grim to kill yellow than it is for our base to kill blue. Like, blue's in an amazing spot. Grim says, can you enemy yellow to spot the king? And treason's been researched. Wait a second. Hold on a second. So Grim has been... Wait, Grim has been allied with yellow this whole time? Oh, shoot. All right, our base says blue is going for me now. Which isn't true. Our base is going for him. I think he's telling yellow, basically, that he's attacking blue. The Great Stable Wall has been broken, sadly. Our base has sold his teammate out, thinking that he could be with Grim in the end. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Grim is going to have to choose between Arbase, his fellow mod, or King Biggie, who's in his first community game after 4 years. I thought King Biggie played before. I think he said at the start it's the first time he did like an 8-person Diplo game. A new stable has been added to plug up the hole. It's awfully silent. Grim is not making a move. There goes the king. Yellow noticed it. Yellow noticed it, but Grim gets in front. I don't know. Did Grim notice it? What's happened here? Oh, no. Oh, no. The king is making a move. The king is making a run for it. 25 bombard cannons miss. And the Cav is chasing. Yellow's going to survive this, guys. And he's panicking, of course. And the king makes it through the gate. Green can't follow. Oh, green can follow because our base isn't helping. Our base isn't helping. And yellow's still typing. I think he thinks he's safe because of the gate. Panic. Panique. Oh, it's into the TC. Okay, it's still alive. Our base could eject it, though. They kind of had a deal, right? And Grim says, kick him out. Now, our base is fighting right now. He probably doesn't even know what happened. Yellow turns on green. But actually, this would be horrible for our base if he kicks him out. Because he says, then I die. And Grim tells him to run. No, no, no. I don't think that's good either. But, like, the bombard cannons are here. The bombard cannons are here. The bombard cannons are here. This could kill our base. There goes the king. It's in a tower. Oh, man. He's attack grounding, by the way. He hasn't actually turned on our base. And yellow's dead. Okay. So, everything in this vicinity will blow up now. Including Grim's bombard cannons if he doesn't flee. Our base will lose a lot of his base here. His king is running away with some villagers. But this is horrible for our base, no matter how you slice it, because he's just going to lose his buildings. I think our base deserves this for selling out yellow. Agree or disagree? I think he deserves it. Now, green kind of did the same, apparently, right? Like, he said, okay, I'll take that deal. I'll kill yellow, you kill blue. But he might have taken it, realizing that blue could defend himself. Let's see how things go now. Our base may feel like he can't win this game anymore, and now he doesn't have a teammate to fight with, at least one that he fought with and shed blood and tears with. Anyways, Grim, I think he just gained a lot of fans here. I think people are liking how this is going, but what they think of Grim, maybe what they think of my mods as a whole, will depend on the next few moments. Grim and Arbase have known each other for so long. They wanted to be together since the start. Will Grim fight with Blue to go kill Arbase off? Or will he backstab Blue? Remember, he had some real issues with backstabbing Blue earlier. Arbase is Blue time. Grim says it's going to be a 2v1, but who are the two and who is the one? Grim's saying yes. He still has these bombard cannons over here. He also has signaled as if to tell Arbase where the king is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, he does have two separate groups of bombard cannons. So he kind of can choose here. Dude, you gotta kill Arbase, Grim. You gotta kill Arbase. Seriously. Blue is running. Blue is running. Blue noticed this. Blue noticed this. And as his castles are starting to get walled up, and if I were Blue right now, I would be calling him out. Grim's trying to stick to that early alliance. He doesn't know what the people are feeling. And when we're spectating, it's so different, right? Blue running around. Blue, you gotta stay. You gotta get in the building, but then it might get walled up. And Blue says, I'm sick of this. Death to the mods. The mods are the worst. And he's survived so far. Needs to be out of his walls, actually. We're in a castle. Bombard cannons coming this way. And yes, this alliance that lasted so long is no longer an alliance. And we get to see blue up against the two mods. Our base kind of struggling and I think will continue to struggle. Has a big army. And let's see how things go from here. It's the bombard cannons, I think, that are key. It's going to be important for blue to spot those. Look how many of them are wedged into that one spot. 16 of them. And blue is going to have to snipe them all down with these conquistadors somehow. So far, I think he's doing a really good job, though. He's doing a really nice job. The issue, I'd say, for him is going to be the fact that there's going to be our base pressure. But the conquistadors seem to be really strong. Also, the villagers for the Spanish are strong. The keeps are going to help out a little bit here or there. Grim might end up regretting this. This could actually hand our base the win as well, if you think about it. If these two kill each other off with a massive explosion, then suddenly our base gets the victory. Updog says, I'll give 10 subs if you unmod Grim over this. Hold on a second. I am offering temporary unmodship of my mods starting at 50 gifted subs to the stream. I will unmod my mods for a whole 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, things go right back to normal, okay? I just had a moment of inspiration. So we are starting it again at 50 gifted subs. For 10 minutes, they will be normal peasants in my chat with no powers whatsoever, okay? All right, so just hear that out. We continue on. Okay. This is not worth it. Well, that's what Jazzercise said to Zolotl. That's what Jazzercise said as well. Okay. Let's see how blue does here. Again, I really think it's the cannons, right? The cannons are key because if Grim doesn't have the cannons, he can't push the castles anymore. And honestly, he's losing a lot of these cannons. These cannons are not in a high enough number anymore, and he's lost castles to the Trebs. There's 50 conquistadors wedged into all these choke points. There's a king! What the? Why is the king there? Bro, if you lose that... Oh my goodness. I don't know. Oh, he lost... Oh, because there was bombard cannons over here! There was bombard cannons over here. I'd missed that. Grim noticed it too. Blue's in and out of the tower. Is almost toying with him right now. Bro, don't leave! No! Oh, God. What have you... Blue, I think he would have been okay. He could have stayed in the tower. But he's dead now. And so it leaves the two mods remaining. Grim gets what he wanted. I do think he'll feel bad about it. But the king now runs this way from Grim. And the explosion will happen. I mean, this is going to hurt Grim massively. And Blue says, the best I can do is take Grim with me. He probably felt like it was near the end for him. The explosion happens. And both the mods ask for allied victory. You better not. You better not. Do not allied victory this. I don't think Team 90 likes allied victory. Yeah, you both know I don't like allied victory. This is not news. You guys have been around long enough. Don't you dare allied victory. Pony up and fight it out. I want to see blood. Allied victory. Are you kidding me? Yeah, kill off your true allies to allied victory with each other? No. Grim says, mods should not fight each other. Chat would descend into chaos. It's descending into chaos because of you two. You have descended it into chaos. Chat will hate us even more. Oh, man. So both players would have to click allied victory. Okay. Both people would have to click it. It is not it is not something that one person can do. And they allied victory. Oh, no. Grim says, trust me, we killed the Lels. Now we have to stand together. Oh, no. You know, the funny thing is, I was going to remind people today that we're accepting applications for new mods. I'm not even kidding. Now, there were a lot of people that applied, and we were going to bring in new people anyways. But, oh my goodness, dude. I have this boo emote, which maybe people on YouTube could see is just being thrown into the chat right now. Rotten Tomatoes thrown up on stage for that one. The mods team together Oh my goodness, what a game. You know, how many points do we give them for recognizing that it would have been mean for them to kill their allies? Remember that conversation where our base was like, well, I don't want to kill yellow, he's 900 elo, and then Grim was like, well, I don't want to kill blue, you know, it's his first game. Do we give them any points for that? Like, I think on the evil scale, I think our base is maybe a little less evil because he didn't kill yellow. Grim killed blue, though. Oh, should we have seen it coming, guys? That's the other thing, which is super cool. Grim says, no game is complete without a good knife in the back. Oh, I love that, dude. Some people are so uncomfortable being the evil player in a game. You know? Some people are so uncomfortable doing that. Listen, they didn't make it clear that they were working together that whole game, did they? Neither of their teammates knew. The mercenary in the middle, red, gray, they didn't really have a clue either. What a fun game. Oh, okay, so we actually had channel points bet on this. Duck says, who do you think should get the salmon payout? This is an important conundrum. Well, we can only give one winner, and Arbase and Grim both technically won here. So I don't think we can actually do a payout for the channel points, most likely. Let's look here. Let's look. The people are going crazy here, YouTube. The energy's high. I do want to say the 21st through the 25th of August, Regicide Rumble 5, we will have 2 community days, so 4 total games. We will then have 2 pro days, 4 total games. The winners of every single one of those diplomacy games go to a final, and it is $25 per king kill per game, as well as payment prizes for the top 3 spots. Don't miss it, YouTube. It'll also be live stream on YouTube, and all the videos will come up later. But now I just want people to be excited for it. Because imagine if there was money on the line. These mods did this for free. They also mod for free, to be fair. But still, they did this for themselves and themselves only. A great game. Grim had crazy eco there. Well played. Oh, my goodness. And I bet you the next time Arbase and Grim play in a game, they may not be trusted to the same level. Though you didn't hear it from me. I did not implant that idea into your minds. What a game.